Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here, the Wanderlust CEO. I have my good friend Taylor from Taylor's Timeless Travels joining us this morning. Taylor, I have the confetti all queued up for you. We're celebrating. You just
Yeah,
graduated.
yes.
Careers on
I've been waiting
vacation.
on
How
that
does it feel?
confetti.
Are you excited to be a graduate?
Oh, I'm so excited. I can't believe how fast it actually went.
It does go really fast for sure. Tell everybody, if you would, a little bit about where you were before doing Careers on Vacation and where you are now.
Actually, I'm a third grade teacher. I'm on maternity leave. But considering the travel industry, outside of traveling, I nothing, no experience whatsoever. So yeah, we started from the ground up, coming to you guys. We spent, last summer is when I really started looking into, becoming a travel agent. My husband and I, we started. Well, we traveled before because he was in the Marines, and so that kind of like sparked everything for both of us, and we just loved exploring together. And then we had our daughter, and we have three daughters now, three little Disney princesses. But our first time we went to Disney, and we fell in love when she was only 15 months old. And so we kept going back and going back. And now just helping other people. I was like, why am I not just doing this? This is fun. I need to tell everybody exactly how to do it so they can see you do all the fun things that we do and with no stress. So that's kind of where all that came from. So
I love it. You're like, wait, this could be my life. And what a smart
yeah.
way to use your maternity leave. I love that. We've had so many educators come through the program in the past year. I mean, I'm a little sad we're taking so many teachers out of the system, but you guys have to live for your passions too, right? Which is
that's,
exciting. I
that's right.
love that. Tell everybody a little bit about what have been your biggest wins or celebrations since taking the program.
Well, I can say all of them. To me, all of them are big wins because it's all brand new, and so doing something new and just pushing yourself. That's kind of more personal for me. Is that I did this, and especially with three little babies at home, and it was for me. I kind of felt like within the last year or so, especially I don't know if it coming off of COVID or whatever, but I
Mm-hmm.
almost felt like I was stuck, and I like challenging myself and pushing myself, and I was like, oh my gosh, I just turned 30. Is this a midlife crisis already? But so being able to do this, and saying I own a business and doing all this like for myself, for the girls, my husband, I have a super supportive husband who is, he does, I really couldn't do without him. But yeah, so just being able to say that this is mine, this is what I'm doing. It's really cool. So that's the big one for me. But, business side of things, my first big client booking was like, oh, that's so cool. I'm doing it.
I love it. No, we have more confetti for sure.
And
And
it wasn't even family or friends. It was somebody.
I love that. That's how you know it's a real business when you start booking outside of your friends and family circle, which we teach you on the marketing side. But I love that you you know, and this is, I'm from mom to mom, like so my kids are now to the age where they're teenagers getting ready to go off to college. You don't get that time back. So kudos to you for
No,
like finding a thing that will allow you to, live your passion and have that excitement and engagement, but in a place where you can still show up for your girls every single day. I
that's
feel
the
like
goal. That's the
yeah,
goal.
like yes, we're going to teach you how to do a travel business. We're going to teach you how to do all the things. But like if I'm really doing my job right from heart to heart, like, oh, that gives me
Yeah,
all the warm fuzzies. Like that is
and
just
and it
yeah, like
and
that
doing it with the
empowerment.
program, it happened so fast too. Like you had everything laid out, so I could do it quickly instead of the trial and error. Like you had it mapped out, especially as a teacher point of view. How much I appreciated that. Like it was already there. All I had to do was just put in the work, and it's here. I'm doing it.
And you know what? And when I get those compliments from teachers and educators and coming out of the educational community, that's also the biggest compliment, right? As an educator in a different sector altogether. But yeah, that's what we try to do is have that roadmap, because when I went through all my struggles, I had to figure it out all by myself. 10 years it took me
Yeah.
to really get systems, processes, and into a flow where this was a thing where I didn't have to have another job anymore, right? So to be able to have that on a platter, I think is powerful. Now, you know that mindset's a big thing that we talk about in the program,
Oh,
starting to think like a business owner, be mindful about your
yes.
actions, moving forward with intentions. How did the mindset work impact you in your life or business as you went through the program?
I mean, it was really a breath of fresh air because as a teacher, again, I had a third grade teacher, and that was the first thing I cover in my first week of school. Like, we get out the book, we learn all the different parts of the brain, what our emotions come from. And so I'm always trying to teach the power of yet. I even have a sign in my classroom that has the word can't, and it's crossed out. Like, in it, even as a coach, a basketball coach and a softball coach, you say can't, and they have to do, down and backs, push ups. So, but the cool thing was I never would have applied it to the business side. I didn't, it was a different perspective of a mindset. So, which was really nice. And Brandon really does a really good job of, I've always considered myself to have a good positive mindset, or, I think of myself as being a realistic person. I'm not necessarily the most optimistic, but I'm not a negative person. So when he was giving how I feel terms, like he would talk about limiting beliefs, and I'm like, oh, so that's what I have, I'm saying, what if it doesn't work out? What if, I'm wasting this money that, this is not what if it's not the right time? And so when he covered those limiting beliefs lesson, I was like, oh, this is me, but I'm not going to do it anymore.
I love that. Yes. And it's so funny, especially like if you're a teacher or an educator and you've been training it, but you're like, oh, wait, I'm in the student seat now. Yep. It feels so different. That's so true. I love that so much. I love it. I love it. So talk to me a little bit about, people that watch these case studies are really, saying, is this really what I'm looking for if I'm a new agent or maybe an experienced agent who's struggling? You've been behind the scenes, behind the curtain now. What would you tell that person who's on the fence about starting with COV and they're just wondering what it's like behind the scenes? What would you want that person to know that maybe you didn't know when you joined up?
Yeah. So if you're on the fence, absolutely, and you want to be a travel agent, I think this is the only way to go. After doing all of my research and whatnot, I mean, if you're somebody who's like, I just kind of want to do it, just maybe because I feel like you've made it look so easy, and then that made it look easy. So I have so many people like, oh, I want to be a travel agent. How do I do that? And I'm like, it's more than just booking, just going on whatever and booking. So I do think if you want to actually build a business of, a travel agency, then this is the only way to go. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, well, and one of the things I think that we do that's different, because there's so much marketing out there, right? And I always tell everyone, if you're watching this video, you need to vet whatever you're thinking about. Like we have a totally free masterclass. We don't host anyone.
Yes.
So Taylor doesn't give me any of her commission. None of those weird things happen, right? Not that those are weird. I mean, sometimes those are normal things in our industry, but the reality is we are the only ones that I know of in the industry that are completely working for you, the travel agent, and we have no other interests in going forward, meaning we always work for you. So we're not trying to have you sell a certain thing or do things a certain way, or, we can be a little more objective with when we're matching you with the right place for you. There's no outer line agendas behind the scenes. Our only goal
is the community.
The
community that comes with the program too, like the Facebook groups, I was able to ask, and I didn't feel stupid because everybody else was on the same level as I was. We didn't, where are you doing the logo? How do you doing this? I don't know what this means. And so everybody's so supportive, and your team, everybody's jumping on to share their expertise. And then when you're done with the program, and I'm in the grad group now, which is really, everybody's still over there, which is cool. So absolutely. And like the actual curriculum website online, when you guys revamped it, I didn't think it could get better.
Yeah, Wanderlust Campus is like all of our students get Wanderlust Campus now, which is a whole new tool.
I can't wait to go back and actually do the quizzes, because I thought I was good, but I'm like, let's see how good I am now. So
that's why we have new quizzes in there now. Yes. So for those of you who are new to watching the case study, so we launched this spring Wanderlust Campus, which is, it never goes away. So even when Taylor graduates now, even though she's a graduate, she can log back into the campus. She has access to all of her materials, not only access to the materials, but we have, for the lifetime that I'm running the program, if we're updating stuff, like just this week, you know how it works, because there were probably 10 updates with Meta while you were in the program. Just this week, we launched like 5 or 6 new videos because stuff changed, right? So Taylor can log back in and go, what do I need? You know, what are the new things? And we have Alumni Hall in there where we spotlight our big success stories of people who've been in the program 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years, and on. And then Taylor, I haven't even told the grads this yet. Actually, we're announcing it this week. We are starting to do some additional trainings that are post the program training. So you'll have a grad calendar in Wanderlust Campus soon too, and then our continuing education offering. So yeah, I always say we do 3 things really well. We have amazing curriculum, amazing coaching, and amazing community. Those are the things that we're known for in the industry, but always in who we serve in the industry is you, not anyone else's goals or agendas, which is awesome. But guys, head over to careersonvacation.com. I'm going to show you a peek inside Wanderlust Campus right now. This is where the Careers on Vacation program is in Wanderlust Campus. This is a little sample of what our training calendars look like. Even if you can't make it to the classes live, you get the replays on Friday. And most importantly, you get to work with real people. That's the most important thing, as Taylor said. It's not just me. I'm going to be there every week. You can jump on my Q&A calls. You get to work with me as the founder of Wanderlust Campus, but I've also hired the best people for Meta, the best people for branding, the best people for Facebook ads, all the different things, mindset, you know, all the different things that we have, accessible travel, and you get to plug into all of those different spots based on what your niches are and things like that. But Taylor, last question, would you recommend Careers on Vacation, but why?
Oh, absolutely. 100%. I mean, I think I covered most of everything why, but you know, everything's laid out. There's a roadmap to everything you need to do. And like you said, I have not felt with other people when I first started reaching out and looking, I was really nervous. You know, you have to look out for those bad contracts, but you've covered that. You've covered in there what are the bad things to look at when you're trying to start a travel agency.
Yeah, what to avoid is just as important as what to do, right? So yeah, because there's a lot of different paths, and I understand the confusion that, especially if you're watching a lot of these videos, you're like, it's so confusing out there. We really try to make it very simple and lay it out. So, but the first thing that you guys want to do is reach out to us at careersonvacation.com/readynow. This is just to meet with our enrollment counselors at Wanderlust Campus to understand what your goals are. If it is a match to work together, then we'll talk to you about how to go through the application process and start your journey with Careers on Vacation. If not, we're still going to give you some great advice to move forward. That's why we have the reputation that we do in the industry, because really at the end of the day, we just care about what you want to do and what your vision is for your business. If that's working with us, fantastic. If not, we wish you all the love and success as you move forward. So Taylor, again, I'm so proud of all of your success, and it warms my heart. You are going to have so many vacations with your baby girl. You're going to be baby girls. You're going to be able to really fashion your business around your life in a beautiful way. So kudos to you. I'll be watching on the grad side, on the grad group, on how you're growing. And please keep us updated as you grow. But thank you for joining us and sharing your amazing story today.
Thank you, Cyndi.
You're welcome. All right, guys. We'll see everybody next week. Bye, guys. Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here. If you like that last video, make sure you check out all of the other content on our channel. And if you want to follow along and travel with me around the world and see how I run my amazing travel brands and get some great tips on how to grow your own, make sure you check out that other content. I'm going to drop a couple videos here. Click those links. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.